Hello to all my Fox Hallow Fam. Want to learn how to make this delicious maple cake? Join me today and I'll show you how. My Fox Hallow fam, I'm Dave and welcome to Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. Well, it's October here at Fox Hallow, so I'm going to show you how to make a delicious maple cake with maple frosting. It's fun, it's easy, and it tastes so good. So if you're ready, then let's have some fun. Okay, the first thing we're going to do for our cake is we're going to take 2 1/4 cups of flour, which I've measured out. To that we're going to add 2 1/4 cups, or 2 1/4 teaspoons rather, of baking powder and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to whisk this together until it's thoroughly mixed.
Okay.
And that's it. We're going to set that aside.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Dave, what do we got going on here?
Okay, I have here 1 cup of maple syrup. Yum.
Yes.
And we're going to add to that 1/4 cup of milk, just right here in the measuring cup. And I'm just going to stir these together.
So Dave, tell me, what is it about maple syrup that kind of makes you think of fall?
It's a fall thing. It's sticky. It's sweet. I don't know. It just reminds you of fall.
Okay. Well, I mean, you take into consideration like more hearty meals.
Oh yeah.
With like breakfast, with like pancakes.
Yeah, stuff like that. There we go. We're getting this mixed pretty good here. I'm just mixing it with a fork, and it's pretty well mixed together.
I was gonna say it looks like coffee with cream there.
Looks a little bit like coffee with cream, yeah. So we're gonna mix this together, and we're gonna set this aside also.
Okay. Okay, Dave, what's up here?
Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar in the stand of our handy stand mixer here.
Okay.
And then we're going to take 1 1/2 sticks of butter. That's 3/4 cup. That is room temperature. Okay. A lot of the ingredients in this cake are going to be room temperature.
Why is that?
It makes it a fluffier cake.
Okay.
Okay. So then we're going to cream these together until it's nice and fluffy.
Okay. Are we going to cream it or are we going to queen it?
We're going to cream it. Okay, that's looking really good there. To this we're going to add 3 eggs, also at room temperature.
Okay, now why with the eggs do you want them room temperature?
Again, just the liquid ingredients we want at room temperature because it's fluffier that way. So the eggs, the butter, everything. And we're going to go ahead and mix this again until it's nice and combined. Okay, that looks good and combined.
Yes, it does.
We're next going to add 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla and whip it again.
Okay.
Okay, once that vanilla is all in there, we're going to alternate our flour mixture. We're going to put some of that in there, maybe about 1/3 of it.
Okay. Looks like it lost a little bit of it there on the side.
Lost a little bit. And we're going to mix that in. Once we get that mixed in, we're going to add about 1/2 of our milk and syrup. 1/2 of that. And mix it again.
Now, Dave, what's the purpose of alternating the ingredients?
It just gets them mixed a little bit better. And then we're going to do about another 1/3 of our flour mixture.
Okay.
Here.
Many people may not have done that at home, so.
Yeah, just mix it a little more smoothly. Okay, it's starting to come together as more of a batter. Okay. I'm going to take the rest of my milk and syrup mixture, pour that in. Looking good. Mix that. Okay, that looks good. And then we take the rest of our flour and pour that in.
Okay. What's going to be the next step here?
Next we're going to bake it. But I need to get this mixed together here. I probably want to scrape the sides a little bit.
Okay.
Make sure we get all that out of there. Looks like a nice batter here.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Give me a minute to scrape the sides of the bowl.
Okay.
And then
We'll let you get ready for the next setup then.
okay, we're just going to mix this until it's combined. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is put these in my cake pans. As you can see, I have two 9-inch round cake pans, and I prepared them by spraying them with cookie spray and putting down parchment paper on the bottom to keep them from sticking. And we're just going to put about half of our maple batter into each one. It's a nice thick batter. It's also a little bit of a sticky batter. It wants to stick to everything and not come out of the pan, not come off of the spatula. Doesn't have to be perfectly evenly distributed. It just should be relatively close. And then we spread this out in our cake pan. It's a really thick batter. Just wanting to slide my parchment around as I spread it. Almost like a brownie batter. Get it as smoothed out as we can. And I think that's going to do it. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. While our cake is cooling, we're going to make some maple frosting. I'm going to start with 2 sticks of butter at room temperature. We'll just soften slightly. And we're going to add to that a block of cream cheese.
Now, is that cream cheese or queen cheese?
It's cream cheese, also at room temperature.
Are you sure about that?
I'm definitely sure.
Okay.
And we are just going to cream these two together. Alright, to this I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of maple extract
Okay.
for that maple flavor, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Now, Dave, when you took the cake out of the oven, what did it smell like?
It smells like maple. It smells very, very, very good.
Like pancakes?
Like a little bit like pancakes, yeah. So we're going to smooth this together. I'm going to scrape the sides of my bowl here. That's coming out really nice.
You can definitely smell the maple extract.
Yes. Okay, we're going to mix this a little bit more. Looking good. So then finally, a little bit at a time, we're going to add 4 cups of powdered sugar. We've got 2 cups to start here. We're going to add maybe a cup of it. And just beat this in a little bit at a time. Alright, now I think our cream cheese maple frosting is ready. And we're going to next ice our cake.
Okay, Dave, it looks like our cakes are cold here.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a knife here and just run it around the edge and get as much of this out as I can. I think they're not going to stick too well. I think they're going to be fine. I can feel it loosening already. And then we're just going to pop it out. There we go.
Would you say the parchment paper definitely helps?
Parchment paper is a lifesaver.
Okay.
And then we're going to lay this cake down here, just like that. And then I'm going to put some frosting on it.
Okay.
Take some of our
cream cheese
frosting. We're going to put it on the top, just a thin layer. Make it thicker towards the edges because this cake is pretty rounded. I could cut it, but it's already pretty thin. Then I need to get my other half of cake out.
Okay. Are you going to put it on top? Or
we're going to put it right on top.
Okay.
I'm going to do the same thing with this layer.
Okay.
Just loosen it with a knife. It's pretty loose. Just turn it out. Take this.
Now, if somebody does not have parchment paper, what could they use in place of it?
Just make sure that your pan has butter and flour is what my mom used to use.
Okay.
Just rub it with butter and then flour it and then toss out any excess flour, and that usually takes care of it. But the parchment paper, like I said, is a lifesaver. There's no substitute for just doing that.
Okay.
And then we're going to frost the whole cake now. Just going to go all the way around.
Yeah, that looks really, really good.
And this frosting from the maple has a little hint of maple flavor to it to complement our cake.
Between you and me, you know, you're the better person at icing cakes. I tend to be a bit of a bull in the china shop.
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't do great, I don't think. This recipe makes plenty of the maple frosting, so we're good.
Yeah, that looks really, really good. Now, is there anything special you're going to do once the cake is iced?
We'll do that in 1 second here. I think we got it iced here. I'm going to clean it up a little bit and we'll move on.
Okay.
Okay, the last thing I'm going to do here is I have some chopped pecans, and we're just going to sprinkle the top with that.
Okay.
As a garnish.
Now, could you even do the sides with that, or?
You could do the sides. You can do however you want. I'm just going to do the top, but you can do anything you want.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll decorate it a lot better than what I have.
Oh, you never know.
And then I'm just going to chop pecans on it.
Okay. No, they don't have to do exactly the amount of pecans you're doing. They could.
Yeah, I'm doing about half a cup or more. It doesn't have to be any specific amount. Just whatever looks good to you.
Okay.
Okay. And that'll be it. That'll have our cake. And now for the best part, the taste test. So here we go. I'm going to get a little piece of it out here. It's so moist. That is delicious, and that frosting is fantastic. You guys are going to love it. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you all for joining us and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, always remember, good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. We'll see you soon.
If you like this video or any of our other videos,
Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.